first things first, I should know what it is that you want to do with training.
With training.
Yeah.
So with my training, I pretty much just want to gain strength while also retaining my muscle mass.
Okay.
But I'm also trying to slim down, especially in the torso area.
Okay.
So
A little
that's,
bit of everything.
yeah. my main goal. I still want to get stronger,
Yeah.
but I also want to look good without sacrificing the strength that comes with it.
Sweet. So you said
yeah.
you've been on sort of like the Arnold split type of thing.
Yeah.
So you've got, I believe it's like the chest and back, and then the next day's arms, the next day's legs, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Like a
Okay,
push-pull
sweet.
split with like, the chest and back and then arms and shoulders.
Okay. Yes. And today would be the chest and back day, right?
Yes, it'll be chest and back today. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
Do you have any like injuries or joint pain or anything?
I do actually. So what's been preventing me from like hitting back a lot more is that I had like an injury from a couple of years back. My lower back starts to like flare up, have that slight ache whenever I do like a pulley movement that requires the lower back.
Right. Okay. Do you know what it is exactly?
I don't know what it is exactly, but like I'd like to figure it out just because like it has been causing me issues, especially when trying to pull heavy.
Yeah. All right.
So,
sweet. I mean, we'll keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
It's probably the sort of thing that like right now, if it's not causing an issue, it might be hard to say, but the next time if it comes up again, probably just go to like a physio or something.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But we'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, sounds good.
And plus today being like back and chest probably won't come up that much anyway.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's good then. Yeah.
All right. So for a chest and back workout, we're going to start off with some face pulls. I talked to you a bit about these before because you mentioned you wanted to work on rear delts a bit.
Yeah.
Face pulls are really good for rear delts as well as your rotators. I often like to give them to people as a first exercise, even on like a push workout, because it basically warms up your shoulder muscles as well without tiring out your pushing muscles.
Oh, okay.
But since this is like a push and pull workout, it's also just a good pulling exercise.
All right. Yeah. Cool. We'll try it.
So what I want you to do, you might have seen these before, but there's a few different ways to do them. The standard standing one, I like to have people pointing their thumbs back at themselves, and then you pull behind your ears like that.
Okay.
If you find it kind of hard not to move your body, you can go down on a knee. That's also fine. And if you're really lazy, you can even just lie down on the floor, but I think we'll try standing or on the knee for now.
So,
And then behind the ears.
And then behind the ears.
Yes, like that. Go back a bit further, like pull back a bit more.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, these look good.
Oh, yeah, they feel good.
This first set, we're just going to see how many you can do.
Do I go to failure?
Close to failure.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe around 15. Should be 15 there.
I'm not counting it.
Give me one more. Nice. All right, that'll do.
Yeah.
So, first up, how many more do you think you could have done?
Maybe like 4 to 5.
Okay, so that's fairly easy.
Going crazy, yeah.
Sweet. Okay, the technique was really good. Where did you feel that the most?
Definitely here.
In the rear delts?
Yeah.
Did you feel like the rotators much, like sort of up under here, or mostly there?
I felt like around here when I hit that full like movement at the top, I felt it right here.
Okay, sweet. Any biceps? Not much?
No.
Yeah. Sometimes with this one, you'd be surprised how well it can hit the biceps, because when you pull it, you also supinate the hands. So it's not like a, top tier bicep exercise, but you'll get some as well. Nice. I like the control on the way down. That's really good. Good.
Yeah, this one's definitely heavier.
You're getting a good stretch at the end. I like that. It's actually okay to let your shoulders move forwards and backwards. Good.
Yeah.
Good. That's right. Finish that. That's good, bro. So the only thing I'd say to that one is you really hold it at the back.
Oh, yeah?
You can do that, but it does make it a lot more difficult.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because that's essentially the hardest part. And with most exercise, the stretch is the part that builds the most muscle.
Yeah.
So with these, it's pretty reasonable to, you hit the stretch, maybe pause there for a second, come back. As soon as you get all the way back, just start lowering it.
Oh, okay.
So don't drop it, but you get back and then immediately into the slow.
So no need to squeeze out the top.
Yeah, you can if it's for like a warm-up activation thing.
Yeah.
But especially when it's heavier, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, yeah.
Do you prefer more like upper back or lats when you're working on back?
Definitely upper back.
Upper back?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. We'll go with some rows then. Have you done Pendlay rows before?
A little bit, yeah.
All right, let's see those. I'll give you a quick demo when you're doing Pendlays. You want to stand with your feet, I would say just toes under the bar. And the setup is really similar to a stiff leg deadlift. Like you want barely any bend in your knees. Keep your back really, really straight. And you want to pull it hard into your belly.
Into the belly.
Like that.
Oh.
And it goes down every time.
Oh, okay. Do I keep my head up when I do it?
It'll be better like that, yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is an exercise where I start feeling in my lower back.
Okay, well, we'll keep an eye out for that then.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if you're rounding it or if something weird's going on.
Yeah, so like toes. Is that all right?
Maybe back just a tad more.
Like that?
Yeah, try that.
Is that good width?
Just what's comfy. That's maybe a tiny bit wide.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, try that. And then you really want to go chest out. Yep. Just give me 8.
Do I control it?
Some degree of control. Doesn't have to be slow. One more. Nice, that'll do.
Well, that actually felt really good.
Yeah, they're nice, aren't they?
You feel it really when you're set up. It's like tight on the
in the hamstrings.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to be a little careful sometimes. Like, I wouldn't count this as a hamstring exercise, but you should remember it does contribute to volume. Because recently I was just doing too much hamstring volume and I actually tore my hamstring doing these.
Oh, yeah?
Not a crazy tear, but it's possible.
I felt really stable with that form though.
That's good.
Yeah.
How'd your lower back feel?
Not at the moment.
Nothing there?
Yeah.
Nice. We'll keep these. I think this one works really well when you go a bit heavier and lower reps.
Yeah.
So we'll say 5 to 8.
5 to 8.
And I'm sure you can do more than 50, but we'll just ramp it up. All I'd say on this one, it was honestly pretty good. I want you to think about when you're at the bottom, try pushing your belly out. That should help straighten your lower back a little. Because imagine if your belly's in, the back's rounded.
Yeah.
If your belly's out, the back's straight.
So puff out my belly.
A little bit, yeah. And when you pull it, try not to stand up at all. You want to try and stay flat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Give that a go.
So.
Try standing just a little wider. I tend to find that a little more comfy.
Yeah. Then pull it to my belly, hey?
Yeah, so pause for a second.
Yeah.
Puff your belly out. Try and tighten this.
Yeah,
looks a bit better. Good. Yeah, that's a good amount of control. Good. That'll do. All right. So with that one, your back, your lower back, and mid back is rounding a tiny bit.
Yeah, I've always had that issue.
But like, because this is so much lighter than say a deadlift, as long as you're not experiencing any pain, it's not actually bad to like move your spine under load.
Yeah.
You know, you just want it to be controlled and not hurt.
All right.
Yeah. So as long as that's not causing any issues, I wouldn't be too worried about it. Maybe try, you can, if you want to, you can bend your knees a little more. You just don't want them in the way of the bar.
Ah, okay. All right. This is 60, hey?
Mm. Good. One more. Clean.
Yeah.
Since we're doing all back, we started with the face pulls to hit the rear delts and rotators.
Okay.
We got the Pendlay rows because you said you wanted to focus more on upper back.
Yeah.
But obviously we still want some lats in there. So we'll get a vertical pull in.
Vertical pull. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which vertical pull, like lat pull down type of thing do you normally go for?
I tried this new one where I put like a bench here.
Mm-hmm.
I get it from like a higher elevation.
Yeah.
I pull it towards like a 45 sort of angle.
Has 2 arms at once?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I mentioned yesterday trying to have the ISO lat pull down. Because that would also be like sort of a diagonal pull.
Yeah.
I reckon we give that one a go. Especially if you're trying to get those lower lats. I think diagonal pulls might actually be better than a straight vertical.
Oh, yeah, that's how I like it.
Yeah. All right, we'll go with this one. What you got to do is whatever the arm is, you want to put that leg forwards, other leg back, and your chest is almost on the corner.
Oh.
From there, we bring this one down. You can still brace on it with both legs. You hold on to that piece. This way you can like turn into it and stretch the lat as much as possible. And then as you pull, you turn back and you can squeeze the lat as much as possible. So we've got the stretch both up and down, but also side to side.
Oh, okay. So this would work the which part of the lat?
The lat's a really big muscle. Come here. It's sort of turn around. So it sort of covers everything from here down to here.
Oh, okay.
Often when you do just a vertical pull, you sort of just feel it up in this upper part.
Yeah.
This you should feel more down in the lower part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nice. And then really like, yeah, twist into it there.
Yeah.
Good.
I kind of hold it for real.
Yeah, you can hold that if you want. Yeah, big stretch on the way up.
Oh, that's different. Yeah, that's nice.
Stretch even more, like come
from the top?
high up as you can. Good. And let your body turn into it and then turn back. Yeah, nice.
Ooh.
We'll just do a standard 8 to 12 on these. That's good. Nice. Getting a really good contraction there too.
Yeah, it's nice.
Big stretch. Really get that. Good.
I kind of forgot how much I've done.
Give me one more.
Yeah. Switch arms?
Yep. We generally want to avoid doing cheat reps where you're using momentum to get it. But in this one, you want to get that turn into it for the stretch and the turn back for the contraction. And if that process of turning gives you a little bit of momentum, it's not really a big deal because that is the muscle we want.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
First turn, I'm already like...
So I guess if you wanted time efficiency, 2 hands is obviously quicker. And if you wanted just the whole lat, 2 hands is probably fine. But if you really want to focus on that lower lat, which in my opinion is harder to get and looks nicer, you probably want to do the one arm.
Would this assist with like my muscle imbalance?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. If you, I mean, if you have a muscle imbalance in your back somewhere, as long as you make sure your technique is the same on both sides.
Okay.
Obviously, if there's a weaker side, you want to start with that.
Yep.
And then you just copy that many reps on the stronger side. So they're both getting the same work.
Oh, so that's how you do it.
Yeah. Nice. Stretch up a bit more though. Yeah, that's it. Your arm should basically go straight at the top. Yeah, like that. At least one more. Big pull. Nice. Good control. All right, finish there. Sweet. Do you have a preference of like which pushing muscles you want to focus on, like between chest, shoulders, and triceps?
At the moment it is triceps.
Okay, more triceps.
I do want to build up my tricep size.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my chest is already quite decent for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sitting underneath for the body fat.
Yeah, bro, I get it.
But besides that, yeah.
So a bit more triceps?
Yeah, I want to build like crazy huge arms. Yeah.
Sweet. In that case, I think we'll actually start with a direct tricep exercise as a pre-exhaust.
Oh, right. All right, cool.
Obviously, everyone's done tricep pushdowns. I actually really like with these handles as opposed to the rope. I mean, if you like the rope, that's still fine.
Yeah.
I just like these ones a lot. And I'll show you a slightly different technique to how most people do it. Because what you'll see a lot of people do, I like these because you can grab it like a dog leash. It's just comfy. Is they'll stand like this, elbows tucked into the sides and just push down. This is okay. Like it's not bad. Most people do it like this. What I find to work a lot better is if you step back just a little, you lean forwards and you pull your elbows as far back as possible.
Oh.
The reason for this is you can see it's stretching my tricep more and the cable is pulling me into the stretch. Whereas if I'm here, the cable's pulling me this way. So that means if you pull your elbows back, you've got tension on your tricep the whole time. And the hardest part is the stretch, which is typically what we want. Give that a try.
Try it out.
We'll go 8 to 12 on these. I think that's relatively light, but call it a warm-up.
So how do you, is it like this?
Yeah, like a dog leash.
A dog leash. Okay. And then kind of take a step back?
Probably not that far back. A bit further forwards. This should be like almost hitting your chin. So now pull your elbows as far behind you as possible. And then you sort of push them down.
Kind of like
Yes.
this?
Yeah, like that.
Oh, wow. This is a cool cable.
Yeah.
What
See if you can get the elbows even further back. Yes.
Wow.
You see when it's here, pause at the top, that's like closing your arm.
Yeah.
That'll stretch the triceps more. Good.
Is that okay?
Yes. Let it fully come to the top. Good. Give me 2 more. Very nice.
Wow.
Okay. How many more could you have done?
Maybe 6.
All right, we'll go a bit heavier. So it was very close.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a tricky thing to do. I really want you to keep the elbows back the whole time, like back behind you, because as you push down and come up, it's easy to let them drift forward like this.
Okay.
But what we want is a situation where at the top, your arm is being closed and you can feel like your wrist
Yeah.
being pushed into your shoulder because that's what stretches the tricep.
Oh, okay.
And that'll only happen if your arm is back here, your wrist is being pushed up.
All right. So for this movement, am I pushing downwards or kind of like slightly outwards?
Whatever's more comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the more important part is just elbows back and then down. For me, it's sort of like, I don't even fully straighten my arm because if I do, my elbows start to drift forwards.
Oh.
We're more concerned with up here. You go down and you come back up. And you
Okay.
can even let the shoulders come forwards because in this case, there's not really much stress going through the shoulder.
Yeah.
So it's not really dangerous.
Okay. Yeah.
That's it. Elbows really far back.
Is that good?
Yeah. Even more if you can. Like chicken wing them back there. Yeah. Let it come up further. Like let it close your arm. Pause this one at the top. Get to the top. Okay. This goes here. This goes back. Keep these back here.
Oh, yeah. That's harder. Oh.
Come on. Excellent control and range. Good. Elbows back. That's it. That'll do. Very nice. That was clean.
It's definitely harder to do when you have your elbows up.
Yeah. This was one, like, everyone's done tricep pushdowns.
Yeah.
But for ages, I would do them sometimes on some machines. I could do the whole stack
Yeah.
and, like, I wouldn't feel my triceps.
Yeah.
It's just
same.
stupid. And whenever I show people this variation with the elbows back, they always say it's a game changer because
Yeah.
you get that huge stretch.
Yeah, it's huge.
And now you don't have to use the whole stack.
I know, 100%. It's humbling.
Yeah.
Go-to would probably be the Smith machine.
Incline or flat?
Incline.
Incline? Let's do it. Most people do it with the bench facing this way so they can see in the mirror. But I, at some point, realized that facing this way is better because it matches the natural curve of your arms more.
Oh, okay.
If we're going for upper chest, I think that's good. Let me just check the position. When you're setting up in the Smith, that's definitely too close. What you want is, it's nice we got a mirror on the side, because you basically want your elbow in line with that Smith bar.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Let's see. In line at the bottom. So that would be perfect for me, but you might have slightly different leverages. So let's see.
So I just gotta have it stacked, is it?
Yeah. Well, just when you get to the bottom, your elbow should be in line with the silver bar. That's pretty good.
Maybe a bit
You reckon a bit further?
backwards? Or was that?
Let me look from the side.
Because like this is if I'm like, this is tucked
Okay, push it up. I think we move the bench just a little further this way.
forwards.
Yeah, just a tad. That's like nothing. Do a bit more. There we go. That's good. Okay, how heavy would you normally go on these?
For maybe like 80 to 90.
Okay.
If it was like first exercise.
How many reps would that be?
8.
About 8? Okay,
8, yeah.
so I think we go 5 to 8.
5 to 8.
And we'll probably go around 80 because you said that's normally first exercise, but we've done other stuff first.
Oh, okay. Is this okay?
Yeah, that looks good now.
Okay. So what rep range am I?
5 to 8. I've seen you do this before. I know your technique's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Come on. One more. Big push. Racket. Clean. Okay. There's two things I'd say. One is that your elbows are as flared, like the maximum amount of flare.
Okay.
So where they are now is probably fine, but you definitely don't want them going back any further.
Yeah.
If you could bring them in a little bit, it's probably a bit better.
Okay.
The other thing is I reckon you should probably pause at the bottom just a bit more.
Pause at the bottom.
Yeah, like a good rule of thumb for pausing, similar to the eccentrics, I think there's two kinds.
Yeah.
There's a standard pause where it just comes to a full stop, but it doesn't have to sit there for long.
Yeah.
And then there's a longer pause where you'd have a count, maybe like a 3 count or something.
Oh, okay.
So all because for you right now, you're kind of coming down and immediately going up. I just want you to come down, let it fully stop, and then go.
Okay, so but let it sink.
Doesn't have to sink.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, got you.
Yeah, already better. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good pause. Good, that's your minimum. Big push, you got it. Even brace, you can do at least one more. Clean. Yeah, nice. Come on, get this one. Racket. Very nice. This is one, if you had a spotter, maybe you could do length and partials, but I probably wouldn't bother on this.
Very nice.
Eyes will pop out of your skull. Even on the last rep, like once you know what technique you should be doing, you're good at maintaining it. Because even on that last rep where you're pushing really hard, you kept the elbows in and you still did the pause. You didn't try and like cheat it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Have you done decline flies before? No, these are fun. I'll show you.
I don't even know what that is.
I got this one from Eric Janicki. Do you know who that is?
No.
He's a bodybuilder. Does a bunch of weird, like, super range of motion exercises. This one's quite good. Okay, you hop on here. Find your dumbbells wherever they are. There we go. Pull them up like that. And then almost like you're going to do a decline press, but instead it's a fly. And, you know, a normal fly, you'd come out to the sides. This one, you come sort of almost above your head a little bit. You want to be real cautious with it. Get a huge stretch and then come back up. And what I want you to make sure is that you lower it and raise it in the same plane. We don't want to come around here and back up.
Oh.
You stay here and then you come up the same way.
So is this lower chest?
It's sort of lower chest, but when you do it, you'll feel it's like completely different chest fibers to any other chest exercise.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna try that. Well, it does. So,
and definitely as you're lowering them, just be cautious with it because, you know, it is a bit of a unstable position. Yeah, you almost got him.
Which one?
That's the bench.
Yeah, wait, getting it right. Oh,
that's it. There it is.
Okay.
Okay, so we go up.
Yeah.
And then lower it down like a fly, but more out diagonally.
Kind of like this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Take
do it
your
right?
time. Out a little further.
Oh, like, kind of like this.
Yeah, that looks good.
And then do I bring it up?
Yep. Okay, try to have your hand over your elbow a bit more. You're sort of here.
Yeah.
I want you to be here.
So, like, bring it more this way?
Not necessarily the grip. Like, as you're coming down, we want your wrist over your elbow. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. So,
Okay,
more,
pause.
more outwards.
Pause.
Yeah.
More like, turn this way.
Yeah.
More like that.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
It's like this.
Yeah, that's looking better. Good.
Bring it in.
Try and stretch deeper. Just don't go down too quick. Nice and controlled.
And bring it up.
Yep.
Is that a good stretch?
If you can go further, imagine you're trying to touch the floor. Good, nice and controlled.
Yeah. Ooh, that's pretty hard. It's very fun though.
Good. You're starting to come around a little. Make sure you travel in the same line. That's better. This almost feels like a weird combo of a fly and a pullover.
Yeah, it does, bro.
Hey, homie. Good to see you. Come on.
Does it look okay?
A little further out. Nice. You'll know you're doing it right if you feel it through the chest. You don't want to feel it too much in your lats.
Wait, I'm gonna. Ooh.
Come on.
Ooh, there.
Good.
Wait, do I put it back this?
Wherever's comfy. Nice.
Whoa.
This is one.
It's not hard.
Obviously, there's some like technique tips to give, but it's very. The shoulder joint, I find, tends to be one of the most variable among different people.
Yeah.
So the exact position that feels the best might be a little different for you versus me. But when I was talking about having the elbow over the wrist, if we look in the mirror over here, when I do them, I'm trying to go like this. But the position you are in is more like this.
Oh.
So if you're like this, it's forcing you too much into external rotation. Instead, if your hands are here, the weight's just going to push you into stretching the pecs more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I mean by wrists in line
So
with
what
the
was I
elbows.
doing before?
You were here, so you see how my wrist and elbow aren't in line and the weight's going to go that way? If you're here, they're in line and the weight's going to push the whole thing back.
Oh, okay.
That's about the only change, really.
Yeah, I see.
Honestly, even doing this one with it pushing back, that's not bad. You could almost do that as like a warm-up thing. But if you went really heavy on this, you'd be at more risk of hurting something in your shoulder.
Yeah, true.
Mm.
I get it now. Okay. So does that look better?
Elbows flared more.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, that's better.
Is that better?
It is better. You're still doing it a bit, but it's improved. Try straightening your arm a little more.
Yeah, I'm not very good with dumbbell movements.
That's all right. You got to start somewhere.
Like this position?
Try and stretch down more. As much stretch as physically possible.
Oh yeah, I feel it.
There we go. Get those elbows flared. Elbow and wrist in line. Not hands back. You don't want it to feel like the face pull.
Yeah, I feel it there.
Good. Come on, big stretch. We're here for the stretch. Doesn't matter how many reps you do.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
it.
that stretch.
One more. Come on. I want you to hang this one back until it's burning in your pecs, and then bring it off. That'll do. Very nice. So that's the last exercise. Obviously, we went through it. We started with the face pulls. We went through the whole back. I know you normally start with chest.
Yeah.
How did that feel, first of all, doing all back before chest?
I think doing all that before the chest, I definitely felt more warmed up
Mm-hmm.
in terms of like, compared to what I would normally feel like, because I just felt like the activation was a lot more there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, especially, I learned actually how to do face pulls like properly, and I
your
I felt
technique
it
was
in my
alright, bro.
shoulders. Yeah, so my shoulders felt really warmed up. So when it came to like the pushing movements, it just felt really great. Yeah.
Nice, that's sweet. So in terms of the volume as well, that was pretty similar to what you normally do, like 2 to 3 sets per exercise.
Yeah.
I think you've got really good like intensity output on all of them because you're used to doing low sets and going to failure.
Yeah.
Do you reckon to progress over time, would you consider adding more sets or would you prefer just adding weight?
I think probably adding more sets now because what I've learned when I had like the pendulum rows, I would normally have that lower back pain. But with you, we did more warm up sets and then it just worked up to like my normal working set, but not as many. But I felt like I didn't have that lower back injury feeling like I did previously. So I'll definitely probably incorporate more sets than weight progression than anything else.
Right. When you're training by yourself, let's say if you have time for a longer session, do you ever add in extra exercises?
Yeah, generally I do. Yeah, just to see how I'm feeling because sometimes I feel like I didn't hit my workout hard enough. So if I wanted to like work more, let's say like my tricep, I'll add like another tricep exercise so I am satisfied. Yeah.
Yeah, so
But-
that's so you sort of just like pick on the day based on how you feel.
Yeah, exactly. But today I felt like I didn't need it, even though we only did like I think it was one tricep exercise.
Yeah.
I felt it. I felt like I did like 3
Yeah.
because of that intensity I had in that one exercise. Yeah.
Nice, that's good.
It was great. Yeah.
Oh, bro, it was a good session.
Yeah. Thanks for the session today.
Nah, it's all good, brother.
It was awesome.